We'll be back to Nambusi Mary Gorreti channel, where motivation and learning never stop. Today we are handling one of the strongest stages in one's life, very fundamental and very transitioning, and that is adolescence stage. And we are going to define it. We shall see the characteristics of this stage. We shall look at the challenges and how important it is. And what is adolescence? Adolescence is a stage of life where someone is transitioning from childhood to adulthood. Usually it's between 10 years to 25 years of age. And it's in this stage that most people are doing what? Are going through growth, which is both physical, social, mentally. It is also what? Emotionally. And it is at a very fast rate. At this stage, a lot of things are changing within someone. Puberty is setting in. A lot of changes are setting in. Identity formation or realization or development is taking place. And it is at this stage that most of these young people need a lot of information, yes, concerning how to handle their situation of the stage in which they are, how to deal with the various challenges that we are going to see ahead that come with this stage of adolescence, to learn new life skills, to learn how to live with others in the world, and also to shape their worldview. So let's go on. Now we are going to start by looking at the characteristics of what? Of adolescence. What are these characteristics? And we are seeing that our first one is the physical changes. And in these physical changes, it's where we do what? We have puberty. Yes? Now here it's where parents, you're coming in at a serious rate, because at this stage, these children are going through changes, yes, that are involving a lot of growth, whereby you find they're increasing in their body sizes. Maybe the girls are getting hips, the guys are growing taller, they're deepening the voices. A lot of growth is taking place, and most of the times this is confusing, this is scary, yes, because it is something new to these children. I can call them children or teenagers, and they feel it is new to them. They feel it is scaring. They don't know how they can handle it. They don't know how they can live among other people with it, because you find certain people, they are like, maybe he or she makes a mistake, and a parent or a guardian, instead of finding another way of correcting, they say, look at you, that is why you're growing breasts. Look at you, that is why you have, they start saying, as you have big breasts like for your aunties or for like your father's side. And then you're like, what? It has a way to demotivates this child, makes them to feel like their esteem has been attacked, yes. Then again, within the physical changes, we are seeing that these children are developing sexual characteristics. Yes, they're enlarging. Yes, you find these children are enlarging, like the guys are enlarging in their private parts. They're growing, a lot of changes are happening, pubic hair, things are changing, things they don't understand, or maybe they have even never seen before, especially those who have not grown up in boarding schools. You find that they don't know those things. They have not seen their other colleagues. They don't know whether it's normal or not. They are scared of speaking up to the parent, and yet the body is truly changing, yes. And again, we have hormonal changes. These hormones keep coming up and increasing. Like for boys, we have testosterone, and for girls we have estrogen, and they all affect them. They bring about menses. You find the girl has been used to her life, nothing, and then she's finding herself spotted with blood, and she's wondering how she's going to tell someone about it. She's scared and what? Yes, Then for guys, you find that the voices are deepening, or there is a mixture of small and big, and there is a way it affects these young people. Yes, they feel it's strange, they feel it's shaming, they feel it's bringing them to something they don't understand. Then again, we have emotional development characteristics, whereby we see that these children are starting to get mood swings, and these mood swings are because of these hormones. Yes, the hormones are causing many changes within them, and sometimes they don't know how to deal with these changes. So you find them, they are scared of everything. They are worried out of the blue. Maybe they're like, oh my god, how am I going to deal with these menses, and what, won't it go through, won't people see me? Like when this girl is in the menses, she thinks the whole world knows about it. When this guy gets a wet dream, he thinks that everybody has known about it, especially if he has got it on a certain girl. He feels, or he thinks that the girl also knows about it. So it brings about mood swings, brings about feeling low from inside. Yes. And then again, we see that there is increased sensitivity and self-consciousness. Yes, these children in this stage, these adolescents, they start to be sensitive about everything. That is why I'm saying, you as a guardian, as a parent, you have to be very careful about the things you talk when these people are around you, because they are sensitive. When you start saying, hey, your breasts are as big as for your uncle, father's side, they will get scared. They will be like, they will start. Have you seen those adolescents who start to move with their chests bent inwards, or those who want to wear sweaters from morning up to evening? Most of the times they are battling these kind of things. They are very sensitive. Maybe someone talked something. They are sensitive about what people are thinking about them. They are already self-conscious. Am I walking well? Am I smart? Do I look good? So when you give a very bad comment or a negative comment to what they thought about them, their self-image, or what they thought about who they are, it has a way it affects them. So they start wrestling or getting conflicts within themselves. Yes. And then we also see that they start to get a desire to be independent. Yes, I remember when I was still an adolescent, during my times of Form 1, I think I started my adolescent around Form 3. I remember I didn't like my parents to stay at home. Why? Because I felt them staying at home, it was like they were controlling me, they were preventing me from doing what I wanted to do. And I remember I hated it when they sent me that do this, do this. I felt like I'm already an adult. I can do things on my own. I can handle my own situation. Yes, you get it? So these adolescents are going through this phase whereby they are struggling to make their own decisions. They feel like they do not need to be controlled by anyone. Yes. So these are all the characteristics that are happening within this child. Yes, this adolescent. Then we have the cognitive development characteristics, where we have thinking, processing, feeling, all that. You know, with this stage, someone feels a lot of ambiguity. They feel they don't have clarity about certain or almost everything in life. Yes, they are wondering why their body is changing. They are wondering how people are thinking about them. They are wondering about a lot of things. So their mind is always racing. Their mind is always at a very fast move, like thinking, feeling, perceiving a lot of things. Sometimes they even misperceive, they have a lot of assumptions. Yes. So during this part of cognitive, you find that these children, they are developing the ability to think more deeply and critically. Yes, like if you say something, they will take a lot of time trying to think about it, trying to find out why you said so, why you behaved the way you did. They are trying to read your non-verbal cues. They are trying to read your verbal cues. They are trying to read everything that you have said. They are trying to understand why you said it. They think deeply about a lot. Even when their friend gives them advice, they are thinking, why is this person giving me this kind of advice? Why is my mom telling me it is not good to involve in sex before marriage? They think and think and think. And That is why we are told as parents or teachers that if you do not teach your child the right thing to do, they will get answers from somewhere else. Yes, some of you parents or guardians, when your children come and ask you certain questions, especially when it comes to sexual questions or sex-related questions, you tend to avoid them, or you give them information that is not right. And what happens is that they will look for other people from whom they can get these answers to their questions. And sometimes they don't get the right answers. So stand in that gap and answer the questions that these adolescents are asking. Yes, be their present help in their times of trouble, in their times of confusion. Yes. Then there is development of decision-making skills. Now, in this stage, these children are starting to make decisions on their own. They are starting to differentiate between good and bad, good morals and bad morals, things that are working for their society or for their culture, their family, and those that are not working for them. Yes. So here they are growing, they are thinking and thinking. Yes, they know. They can tell bad and good, and from that they are able to come up with their own decisions. But still, as a parent, you don't leave them just to make their own decisions. You can keep guiding the decisions, keep talk in a friendly way, be friendly, talk to your child, guide them, help them. Yes, such that they don't make bad decisions. You see, if it is very hard for an adult, you find adults struggling to make a decision in life, then how comes of these adolescents? Yes, so we can keep guiding them such that they can be very good at decision making. And again, when it comes to this part of decision making, parents, I want to tell you that sometimes it is us parents who kill the decision making of these children, of these adolescents. Because, for example, a child tells you that, you know what, mommy, I'm going to do head. I want to become a journalist or a lawyer. You're getting me? And then you, the parent, you're saying, I'm not ready to educate people who are doing that. If you don't do this and you become this, I will not educate you. There you're killing the decision-making skill of this child, because you're making them more confused. Already the stage in which they are, it is a delicate stage. So when you do that, you're diminishing their self-esteem and you're making them more confused, and you make them not to believe that they can make their own decisions, that they can stand to their decisions. So as they're developing this decision-making skill, please also you help them, guide them, and cheer them up, support them, such that they can develop it and make it stronger. Yes. And then they are curious and they question authority. Yeah. In this stage of adolescence, these people are very curious. They want to know everything. Why did they say we should not get out of the gate at night? Why is my mom stopping me from clubbing, yet my other friends are clubbing? They are curious. They want to know what is in club. Why do they say that we should not take alcohol? They are very curious. Why do they keep saying that substance and drug abuse is very bad? What is about them? I hear people saying that they cause you to be high, to feel euphoric, to feel nice about yourself. Let me try it. They are curious. They want to know. Yes? So sometimes we find them disobeying authority. We find them like questioning authority. They are wondering why you're passing those principles, and they want to test if they violate them, if they don't do them as they are, what would you do? Yes? So when your child is in this stage, you have to really be wise. Yes? You have to cooperate with this child. You have to cooperate such that you can all transition well. You as a teenage parent or as an adolescent parent, and as the adolescent child of yours is growing into an adult, such that you can come up with a wise adult who can make right decisions, who can think critically, who can analyze situations and come up with the right choices in life. Yes. Then we also have social changes And with these social changes, they come with a strong influence of peer groups. Yeah, you find these adolescents, they want to interact with their age mates. Females sometimes want to interact with their opposites, like the guys, yes. And most of the times, these children listen to their peers. They get advice from them, they tell them their challenges, they look for questions and answers, they look for answers from these peers of theirs. And you know, all these adolescents are coming from different environments. It's possible for you at home, you're born again, you listen to Christian music, you don't go to club, you don't do what, and then there is this child who is coming from a purely liberal home where they go to club, where the children are allowed to drink, they're allowed to do what, and then your child is interacting with those kinds of peers, is studying with them, is hanging out with them. So usually influence is high. Like as you see in the Bible, they say bad company corrupts good character. So it's possible that it will mix. You'll find some children who left homes where they club, they don't go to church or what, will reach the school, and you find those people too into fellowships, into scripture union, into prayer, and they learn to trust God and to love God. And then you'll find maybe these ones who are from born again homes where they don't club, they will feel restricted, and they start to do what? To think that the other life is nicer. So usually the influence is so high. So as a guardian, a parent, you always have to come in and keep guiding your child, keep speaking to your children. If there is a character they have borrowed from their friends and you're not like you don't like that character, please, you can speak up to your child and tell them, you know what, I appreciate that so and so is your friend, and I don't stop you from being their friend, but I want you to be cautious, because when you continue with that friend and you do this and this with this friend, this and this is likely to happen to you, and your future will be at a problem. Then you can ask them, what is the type of future, the kind of future you envision? Do you think with that kind of friend you're going to reach the vision of your future? Do you think with that kind of friend you'll be able to achieve your life goals? Do you think you'll be able to achieve your life purpose, or your dreams, or your goals, or your talents? Do you think if you went ahead with that, it will make you who you have truly been dreaming to be? So as a parent, you understand that this child is also feeling independent in decision making. So yes, the influence of yes, the influence of peers is high, but when you're intervening, make sure you intervene wisely, such that your children will not see you as a threat or as someone who is intruding a lot, and they start hiding things from you. Then again, there is formation of identity and self-image. Yes, you see, these children here, or these adolescents in this stage, they start to feel like they start developing their own personal identity, whereby someone starts to realize their purpose or their talents. Some start identifying their personalities. I like hanging out with guys. I like hanging out with girls. For me, I don't like noisy places. I like to they start identifying who they are, their weaknesses, their challenges. I don't know if you were, or those days when you were still in high school. If you remember, we used to have those books where we used to write, what do you like about me? What do you hate about me? What are my strengths and my weaknesses? What are my talents? What do you think are my hobbies? Such things. So you find that these children are trying to develop their identity. Yes, I remember you would find people had even groups. For us, we are rich babes. They're in their group for rich babes. They're in their group for those people who think they're very confident, who think they own it all. And there were different kinds of groups according to the way those children identified themselves, and according to how they looked at their self-images. Yes, so these people are really working on that. So you as a teacher, a people helper, a parent, make sure you're very, very cautious, you're very keen, you're very understanding and very intelligent when you're dealing with these children. You can either distort their self-image and identity, or you can help them to become the best version of themselves, because it is during this stage that even most people get traumas. Yes, it is at this stage that some people have got mental disorders, mental illnesses, they have got addicted to drugs because of how their identity and self-image was attacked. So if you support well your child as they are trying to form their self-image and identity, it will help them. I remember while I was still an adolescent, I used to get like, for example, I would just do a feast and I start singing or preaching, and I tell my mom that I'm a pastor, what, those things. So you're getting. So during that time, you as a parent, don't then attack your child. Pastor, what is that? This, that, you cannot sing. What is music? Who are musicians? What? Try to support them. The good thing is that priorities keep changing. For you support your child, you never know. Sometimes what you don't like, maybe your child will not become, because priorities keep changing. They keep learning a lot from movies, from the new role models they keep getting, from the environments and exposures they keep getting to. So do not limit these adolescents. Then they always also have interest in relationships and social belongings. Yes, they tend to create groups, they tend to have best friends. It is at this stage that people have best friends. It actually, you find that these adolescents don't even know who a best friend is. They don't know who is a friend, who is a colleague, who is a schoolmate, who is a coursemate, who is what. They call everybody, that is my friend, that is my friend, because of proximity. Maybe because they gave them a discussion to do together, or they went together for those religious classes. That one becomes a best friend. I don't know why it is like that. Maybe because they are still young, or because they don't have a lot of life experience, so they feel that that is what should, like, that is how life should be. But again, as I'm telling you as a parent, you have to guide these children. Yes, you have to guide these adolescents, that even when they are making relationships, make it an effort to know who their friends are. You can invite their friends over, just to know what they talk about with their friends, how they behave with their friends, what things do they do with their friends, who are these type of friends they have, what is the influence they have over your children. You have to know all these things, because when you don't know your children's friends, then you are very ignorant about who your children are, because most of the times we are what our friends are. We are what we usually tend to be, what we keep associating with. If you keep associating with the right people, then also your mind will think the right way. And if you keep associating with people who are bringing you backwards, putting you down, maybe bullying you or doing this and that, then it has a way it affects your mental health. So parents, you have to know the friends and the relationships in which your children are. These adolescents, sometimes they start dating. Yes, so you have to be involved in your child's life. If your child has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, make sure you know that girlfriend, make sure you know that boyfriend, because it's from knowing that person that you will be able to guide your child accordingly. It will be that you will be able to do what? To give the right advice to what? To your child, other than this child hiding all those things from you, and then afterwards you're coming up with problems or consequences that are arising from your ignorance of not knowing how to deal with this, your adolescent child or children. Now, as we have seen adolescents from 10 years to 25 years, but as we see, it has also stages. Yes, it has stages, or it is divided. So we are seeing that our first stage is early adolescence, which is between 10 years to 13 years. At this stage, it's where these children, it's where puberty starts from. It's where they are getting those small breasts. It's where they are becoming taller. They are starting to see their pubic hair. They're starting to experience menses for those who get them early. And it's a lot of confusion for them. It's a lot of confusion. It's depriving them of their self-esteem, because they are scared of how they are going to, you're going to look at them, what you're going to think about them with these changes on their body, and how you react to them when they explain it to you. Yes, I remember the first time I went in my period, I used the whole pack. Yes, like the whole pack for the pads. I used it in one day. Why? I was scared, so I kept changing them and changing them, because I thought it will go through. I didn't know that these pads or these sanitary towels can hold the what? Can hold this blood for almost the whole day or half a day, depending on the flow. So I kept changing and changing. So you can imagine what these early adolescents go through. So always be helpful, be kind, teach your boys to support these girls. Yeah, sometimes it happens in mixed schools where boys are with girls, and boys start laughing at the girls. They don't know how to handle the girls who are going through such situations. So as a parent, help your boys, teachers, help the boys if they are in mixed schools, help the guys and also the fellow girls to know how to handle or to help their other fellow girls who are going through these challenges. And then there is the middle adolescent stage, which is between 14 to 17 years. In this stage, these children, they have strong emotions, their peer pressure is at the highest. Yes, they even involve a lot in risk-taking behaviors. Yes, at these stages they feel they want to start dating. Yes, they feel they want to start involving in boy-girl relationships. They want to indulge in sex. They want to indulge in kissing, romance, and all those things. They feel they have grown, you know. They try to do a lot of things involving themselves in drug and substance abuse, taking alcohol, taking marijuana, and all those other things. Because remember, they are curious. Yes, they want to know how it feels. They want to know why do we watch in movies when things are like that? So they want to experience what they watch. They are very curious. Yes. Then we have the late adolescence, which is between 18 to 25 years. And now in this stage, you'll find that these adolescents are more stable. Yes, they are more stable in the way they think. They can control their emotions well. They know how to socialize. They are good at decision making. They can make their decisions well. Yes, they can differentiate between good and bad. They can read the consequences of what they will do. They can calculate the risks they are going to take. It's very rare. Yes, I'm not saying that they don't make mistakes in that stage, but then the mistakes are a bit fewer compared to these other younger ones. Yes, so that is those are the three stages of adolescence. Now, when we look at this adolescent stage, it also has common challenges. Yes, that is why I'm encouraging you as a teacher, as a parent, guardian, always be keen with your adolescent child, always give them information, advise them. If you can, look out to people who can be good role models for them and connect them to those people, or keep asking them who is your role model, such that you can also guide them on who can be a role model, a good mentor for them. Now, the challenges are, one of them is peer pressure. There is a lot of peer pressure in this stage. I want to tell you, I remember there is a time I had a friend while in my Form 5, Form 6, and this girl used to tell me, but Mary, why do you like helping your mother a lot? For me, my mother, for me, I'm very strict. For me, there are things my mother cannot tell me to do, and I do. There are some things I cannot do. For you, why do you allow your mother to send you to do everything? But remember, as I've told you, that's third stage between 18 to 25. Their children are good at making good decisions. I thought to myself, and I told myself, this is a bad friend. I have grown up with my mother. She has taken care of us in everything. So why should I abandon her when she sends me to do work? I've been a good girl helping my mother. Why shouldn't I help her now? So, meaning it depends on what your child, on the strength and the values of your child. So with this high peer pressure influence, it's possible that your child can be misguided or misdirected by friends, by colleagues, or by the relationships in which they're in. Then another challenge is that there is a lot of identity confusion. You see, in this adolescent stage, usually these children do not understand who they are. Yes, they are trying to compare themselves with others. You know, in adolescence, there is a lot of things. Right now, there is issues of nyash. Yes, everybody wants a big bum. Sometimes people want a cleavages, big breasts. Like there is a way, even if the breasts are very small, they want to put on big bras that can pump it to the chest, to the throat. Like, you find that all of that is affecting this child's identity. Then you find a child is comparing herself, is seeing the other one is good at singing, good at football, good at this, good at that. Everybody is cheering them up, everybody is doing this, and they are like, okay, I think let me also do music. If they are cheering the other one for singing, let me also do music such that they cheer me up. Let me also do this, they do this. So you find these children are struggling with identifying who they are, with what a lot is going on. They are fighting. Yes, you find if she's a black and she's studying with whites, she's fighting racism. She's fighting all that. She cannot identify herself as a black girl who is confident, who can make it in life. A lot is going on. So you as their guardian, their parent, please always be involved in your children's lives. Walk this journey with them, such that the devil does not kill their identity, does not steal their identity from them, does not steal their talents, their gifts, their life purpose, and their goals. Let them not change their personality for anything. Yes. Again, there is a tendency of involving in risky behaviors like taking drugs, alcohol, indulging in early sex, others getting married too early. All those, like, they take risks. They're like they don't want to listen to advice. Yes, they think that the ones giving advice are old-fashioned, they have grown old, they don't understand their life. So you as a parent, please continue to be involved in this child's life, continue to guide, continue to pray for them, continue to fight for your children, stand for them, such that you can get out good adults who are bringing respect and glory to your home, to your family. Again, they have a lot of emotional struggles, like low self-esteem, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fears. Yes, they are very sensitive about everything, and it affects how they think. A lot of mood swings that arise from anxiety. They are stressed about everything, about how they walk, about their nyash, about their small eyes or big eyes. They are worried about everything. Someone told her they have a big nose. They are scared. I remember when they used to tell me that, Mary, you have big lips. I remember the thing used to stress me. It used to stress me until I grew up and I started listening to speakers on TV. I remember in my Form 6, I used to watch a lot of TV. I think that is where I even got to see speakers like Bahati Hilda. I remember she used to teach a lot. So I used to ask myself, I wish I had known such people when I was still younger. Like, maybe I wouldn't have made the mistakes I've made. I started to believe in myself. Okay, if I have big lips, am I going to change the big lips? And the answer was, no, I cannot change my big lips, so I have to accept them just the way they are. If I have small legs, I have to accept them the way they are, because I'm not going to change them. You did not write an application letter to be born in the family where you were born. So stop allowing the background where you're born in to affect you, to demoralize you, to make you kill your talents. Otherwise, you will be blamed if you do not promote your talents, if you not be different from the background where you came from. Yes, adolescent, you're listening to me. So, fight these anxieties, fight these struggles. Yes, they are happening in adolescent stage. Parents, take note of this, because it is because of those stressors that some of these adolescents are committing suicide today. A lot of suicides in adolescence is increasing because they cannot handle the anxieties, the stresses, the low self-esteem is high. They are comparing themselves with other adolescents who are doing better than them. Yes, keep speaking positive words of affirmation to your children. Keep complimenting them with good words. Keep encouraging them, support them, even when they do not achieve what they want then. Tell them they will do it. In the right time, things will happen. In the right time, things will come to pass. Things will be the way they want them to be. Don't be the bad parent who speaks bad words in their lives, who curses their children, negative words. Those words hurt the identity of these children. They affect their emotions so dangerously. They make them to get mental disorders. Yes, they affect the decision making of these children. Be kind to them by speaking the right words to your children, to these adolescents in this stage when they're identifying who they are, when they're trying to grow into good adults. Yes. And now, you see, this stage of adolescence is very important. This adolescent stage is important. Why? Because it's in this stage that most of the things are shaped. One's personality is shaped in this stage. Most people behave like what secondary schools they went to. Yes, you've seen people who, even if they are on a busy road, they cannot run to cross the road. Why? It is the schools they went to. Their personality was shaped from there. There are teachers who used to tell those children that you cannot lose your dignity by running when you are a girl. So at least you rather be knocked by a car than run. You're seeing. So in this adolescent stage, make sure you fill your children with the right information, because their personality is being shaped. They are becoming who they will be in future. You're either training aggressive people or people who are assertive. A lot is being formed now. You're either training introverts or extroverts. Temperaments are being formed and shaped in this stage. Yes? So, again, a lot of values and beliefs are being created within the mind of this adolescent. So it's very important. Children are learning to be honest, to have integrity, to keep time. They are learning how to relate with others. They are getting social skills and those other life skills that can help them to live with other people, to associate and to handle various challenges that they face in life. This same adolescence helps them to shape their future goals and their career path. Yes, it is at this stage that children are realizing their hobbies, their talents. They are knowing what subjects they are very good in, what they can do well, what they cannot do well. So at this stage, you find that these children they are shaping their careers. Like I told you, a child will come up and tell you, Mommy, I want to do PCB. I want to do HEGD. I want to do HEG because I want to be this and this. Can you speak it out with your child? Sometimes they will tell you something you do not want them to be. But if they tell you what they do not want, what you do not want them to be, how are you going to handle it? How are you reacting towards it? Are you supporting them? Are you helping them to make the right choices? Or you're just draining their mental health by affecting how they make decisions, by interrupting their decision-making skill or process? Yes? So, adolescence is a very good stage. It helps us to transition from childhood to adulthood. When we handle it well, we come out as confident leaders, as confident career people, as critical thinkers, people who can make our own decisions, who can take calculated risks, who can go and fight for our life purposes. And when we handle it badly, a lot of traumas come up, mental illnesses can arise, low self-esteem, and a lot of distorted personalities. Yes, so let's handle adolescence well. Let us enjoy being adolescent parents, teachers to adolescents, good counselors, and good people helpers. I love you so much. I remain yours, Nambusi Mary Gorreti, your psychologist. Stay connected to this channel, Nambusi Mary Gorreti. You can share, you can like, you can comment, and let's grow together. Love you. God bless you and protect you.